Good evening, I'm Chrisha Alagaratnam, Director of Finance and Performance at Epsom St Helier. Our performance target for the key targets for 11-12, these are challenging times for the Trust and in the NHS. Our Trust was required to make 1% surplus of 3.3 million, and it ended with a technical deficit of 7.4 million after an impairment loss of 5.1. The Trust planned to have a deficit of 14.3 million and had an actual deficit of 12.3 before impairments, 2 million better than planned. The Trust remained within the external finance limit and undershot this by 300,000. The capital resource limit of 13.1 million was underspent by 300,000, so again this target was met. The Trust kept within the 3.5% capital cost absorption rate, resulting in a dividend payment of 4.8 million. The Trust achieved settlement rates of between 59% and 87% by value and volume. The target was to settle 95% of creditors within 30 days. Trust income decreased by 3.7 million between 10-11 and 11-12. And Trust expenditure increased by 12.3 million. However, the Trust made 18 million of quality and cost improvements during 11-12, roughly 5.4% of income. The Trust spent 6.7 million less on temporary staffing, such as bank and agency, compared to the previous year, delivered procurement savings of 1 million, efficiencies in corporate areas of 4.2 million, such as outsourcing back office functions, medicines management resulting in savings of 1 million, and changes in the patient pathway resulting in reducing the amount of time people stay in hospital, benefiting the Trust by 1.8 million. Total income received by the Trust, 331.3 million, of which 293.5 was income from primary care trusts. Trust spent 338.5 million on expenditure, excluding the impairment. 216.8 was spent on staffing, that's 63.2% of our expenditure, with 57.2 million on supplies and services in relation to direct patient care. So moving forward to 12-13, the Trust has an ongoing financial pressure. Looking at our waterfall bridge, as you can see, the Trust planned to have a deficit of 14.3 million and had an actual deficit of 12.3 before impairments, 2 million better than planned. Then after adjusting for non-recurrent items and adding full year effects of developments worth 2.8 million, such as investments in the acute medical model, cardiology, investment in paediatric bowel screening and maternity, the Trust has an opening deficit position of 21.1 million. Then adjusting for tariff deflator, activity and tariff challenges, the Trust has a CIP target of 17.7 million. Demand management schemes leave pressures on the Trust at 5.3 million, plus other losses in income, including the decant of Sutton site by South West London and St George's, other pressures due to the transaction, IT infrastructure, and public dividend capital, summing to about 2.5 million, leave a planned deficit for 12-13 of 19.4 million. So our financial priorities for 12-13, well, we've got to deliver a target deficit of 19.4 million. We have savings plan of 17.7 million, and savings are standard in the NHS, all trusts do it. Savings keep us in tune with developments in medicine, technology and best practice, and ensure we're getting the best value for public money. It also means patients are getting treated quickly but safely. We need to support the Epsom transaction, and finally, work closely with stakeholders to develop a sustainable future for St Helier. Thank you.